Alright, chat, we're doing it again. And let me do a little bit of an asterisk. It's like, Druid, you just played DDO and did this same... Well, I didn't actually do the same thing yesterday. But on Saturday I did a mini side session of Let the Dice Decide to allow the entire DDO Extra Life fundraising community see what this little series is about. And I'm still posting it in various places. Session 2, all right. Boop. And I posted it in the correct Discord this time. No, I didn't post it in the wrong Discord before, but one of these days it's going to happen. So we're currently on Shadowdale. We may not stay on Shadowdale, depending on what the dice decide. So for those of you who are new to this company, thank you for joining us. So basically, I level very slowly. So I have a few characters that are working their way to level cap. There's a couple that are at level cap that I don't plan on TRing. And I occasionally like to play something else for a little bit of a change up. And I like to build characters and putz around with things and see what works, see what doesn't work. Adapt Stream Tom builds because he knows way more about what works and what doesn't work than I do. Even despite the fact that he took a months-long hiatus to go to school and whatnot. But why is this session 2? For those of you who are here for Extra Life on Saturday, I did a mini version of this where I only streamed for an hour. And I started with this character, did a roll, played the next character, but we're back on this character. And the reason that is because I don't consider that an official canon episode of Let the Dice Decide, because it's got all the Extra Life stuff on there, and that will not be evergreen. However, I am pleased to report that the combined DDO and Lotro stream teams and the wider DDO and Lotro communities smashed our goal of $30,000 raised for Extra Life. And as far as I know, Daybreak still hasn't dropped their 5K. So we did good, kids. We did very good for the kids. Oops, actually, Extra Life officially can't be used for the kids as a hashtag anymore because it's been trademarked by Penn State. What the hell, my alma mater? But yeah, that used to be the hashtag that we all used forever and ever, and then it got trademarked, and then Extra Life said you can't use that anymore. Use something else. We're like, okay. Anyhow, you see the chat window up here. This is to keep me honest. You see the window over here, and this is live. As you can see me highlighting things. So no sneakiness, no chicanery here. We're going to roll, and then I'm going to play whatever that character is. Yeah, Monothere, I'm super excited about that. And we're going to see what we get. Now, one thing I would note is that even though Thief and Winter are listed, say once Cormyr, blah, 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 if I roll either 30 or 34, I will actually hop over to Cormyr and play those characters. Except Winter, of course, will be played under her current name of Kyriana Phoenix, sorry. She will acquire the name Winter when she comes over to Shadowdale at some point in the nebulous future when Standing Stone opens 64 to 64 transfers. That being said, let's do the roll. Again, it's going to be a 1d39 because as you see there are 39 things on the list. It's like, Druid, why don't you use a spreadsheet for this? Because I like Notepad. Notepad's fun. Alright. I've got kitties on the chair next to me. It's a mama cat and skittish kitty. Skittish is looking at me like, do I have to run away? No, Skittish, you just stay where you are. Skittish is a weirdo. 1d39. Alright, here we go. Let's see what we get. 19. Who's 19? Ooh. Oh, Phoenix. So I don't have to change servers. We're going to play my... Probably going to become my new main character overall of DO. Because she's got the name Phoenix, like hello. So we rolled 19. Let me make this go away. Boop. Alright, let's switch characters. I believe she's level 22 now? I forget, we'll go find out. She's only level 20. She's level 20. I thought it was like 24. No, that was a different character. So, yeah. We're gonna play our two-handed fighting Charisma Paladin. Who, by the way, was wearing the volcanic outfit. I just miss the blue so damn much, so I made her blue. I made her blue again. Also, we'd like to point out... Y'all be jealous. Montclair, I understand that, you may not understand why this is such a big deal. But Joseph the Mini Scarecrow is one of the rarest gold roll drops. And I finally used the certificate to unlock him on here on Shadowdale. So Joseph the Mini Scarecrow, we're actually going to run with him. Yes, he does have, if you notice, he does have, looks like he's got a pair, he's holding a pair of sickles in his hands. All right. Now, one thing, Bonatire, by the way, you may not know this, but in DDO, pets have tricks. So watch this. Let's go do this. Let's go over here. One thing I wish we had was a search feature for our pets. They call them creature companions. Actually, I'm gonna summon the Phoenix for just a second, because most of them have a play dead option. Come here. And he comes back and he wakes up. He's okay. He's fine. But let's go find Joseph the Mini Scarecrow. He's right there. I'm gonna summon Joseph. He does not have a Technicolor. I hate when you double click that button. It makes him... Come on. Come here. Okay, so he has a few tricks and it looks like they're all already unlocked. Sweet. He can cower. Oh, poor Joseph. I really hate how the camera operates when you're in zoom mode. He has a play dead. Aww. He has a spin. He will spin around like it was scything wheat. Little spinny. Hang out. Oh. Oh. They. Okay, hanging up like that and then crossing his feet. That's a little bit religious. I'm just saying. Also, what else we have? And your pet scarecrow can dance. Basically all of the pets have various things. Like the animated snowman is actually one of my favorites. And I might actually have this one out simply because like he's got an attack mode. He can also play dead. This one's funny. He's got a spin. And then he also has a hide. Your pet snowman will use its impressive skills to hide in plain sight. The devs. Actually, I don't like having pets out when I'm about to fight things. So we're about to fight things. I'm level 20. So let's get back into some DDO. You know. Alright, do I have Albus? I have 2 Albus. I have 3 Albus. Okay. Do I have guild? Yes, I have guild buffs. I have an XP booster. I have a Sword of Shadow. Let's go. Oh, hey, let's roll let's roll some daily dice too. Alright. Hey! I actually have done well rolling daily dice today. I rolled 97 over on Cormier. What was it, Cormier? No, I rolled a 97 either. It might have been yesterday for a DDO stream. Anywho, this character being level 20, basically, let's go see what we got. We could do, we're gonna say to hell with Storm the Beaches, because that's an evil quest. It's a very evil quest. That's one I tend to skip for the purposes of the saga. But you do need to do it to progress the quest chain, which really sucks. We can do House D, House P. We can do a swift run of Keep on the Borderlands, actually. Or we can do the Spinner of Shadows, which kind of bites. Possible demands into the deep. Because the thing about the quest, Haywire Founder King Kiss My Butt, I hate that quest. I love the Chamber Volume. We did that on DDO stream. On that character Resonant that we were just on. So that's a fun. I actually enjoy that quest. The problem with doing quests that are over my level, these are like the fun quests, like setting the wards. The Catacombs quests to me are fun. They're quick and easy and fun. But there's a lot of really fun quests out in Evening Star as well. And I really want to get to the Battle for Evening Star, which is a really fun quest. It's level 21. We're going to go to Evening Star. Why? Because I want to go to Evening Star. Alright, couple of quick ways to get to Evening Star. This character does not have the key. Go to the Gatekeeper's Grove and take the portal to Evening Star. Vroom.
The people here know the name of Elminster, the wizard who braved the demon web. Some call him the Sage of Shadowdale, others the Great Oversorcerer. If anyone can fathom Lolth's plans, Elminster will.
Okay, it's this quest chain here that you want to do. We do want to... There's like 5 billion different sagas to pick up in Evening Star. And I never know which ones are which, so I just grab them all. You're already conversing with somebody else. Sorry. Now you can pick up and do all four, all these quests at once, except the last one. I like to do them one at a time, honestly, but you don't have to. Because I've got bag space so plenty, I don't have to. So I'm gonna pick them all up, and we're gonna run them all. Without leaving the King's Forest, which is the wilderness that you go to. So you do these quests. Alright, we do the simple mission. The Lost Thread quest is the one that really... that people really don't like. Because there's an NPC in there who's not like Sarah Oakhart, but she's still kind of annoying because she gets stuck on everything. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's summon our hires. And I found out something recent, during my Lotro stream, actually, for Extra Life on Saturday. Is that here in this wilderness, in all of the wildernesses, they have these things that you can collect. They're kind of like lost lore pages in Lotro, but they're basically, honestly, that's where Lotro got the idea from, I swear. They're just basically a thing with a little bit of lore and a little bit of voiceover, and yeah. Also, I want to show you something cool, Monifler. Check this out, check this out. No, there's currents in Evening Star. No. Yes, there are indeed currents in Evening Star. And unfortunately, I don't think Standing Stone knows how to replicate that tech for any non-nefarious Lord of the Rings Online purposes that we might think of that might involve barrels. Alas, alack. But there's these coins that we're about to pick one of them up as soon as I remember where the hell it is. Oh, there's one that's spinning over here.
But I wish she had seen Evening Star before the darkening. A place renowned for its stately charm. That these lands have been marred by evil is a tragedy. Thy visit is both well and ill-timed in that regard.
So these Elminster things were written by Cordovan. He said he wrote them.
This is the King's Forest in Cormier. Were it not for the darkening, he might travel east to the trade crossroads of Arabelle, or south to the capital city of Suzail. But war with the Drow has closed these roads. Moreover, describing the splendors of a kingdom is a pursuit best left for peacetime.
And I believe Brad Venable was the name of the actor who did the voice of Elminster.
We both search for the thread of the weave. If I am such a mighty mage as some say, what need have I of help? Well, even the powerful cannot do all things in all places at once, and ye should not undervalue thy own power and worth.
Yeah, I know. Horse is not dismounting you in water. What is this madness? Alright. I don't think we're gonna manage on elite. Let's go on hard, because I know this character is pretty tough, but not that tough.
The Midler farmhouse has seen better days. In the middle of the room, a drow priestess stands menacingly over an injured purple dragon knight. Where is it? The priestess demands. Do not play games, fool. The knight crumples in pain as the magic takes effect. The priestess's wounds vanish, fresh health glowing on her face. With that, the priestess is gone. Her words ring in your ears. If I see you again, I will sacrifice every last hostage. Stealth will be required if you wish to avoid more innocent bloodshed.
So there's a good chunk of XP that you can get by saving all of the prisoners, or as many of them as possible. So we're gonna try. Gotta save a single hostage to start with to get that optional. And one thing I like about a lot of the Evening Star quests, so
A voice curses in scornful tones nearby. The drow priestess is close.
you can also see her on the map as a red dot. Oof. Let's have her take care of that. Where is she? It's like, come on. There we go. Fortunately, you can actually reach these spell words from quite a distance away. So this one's a little tricky in that you have to, like, if you want to avoid what's-her-face in the hallways, you really want to, you know, you have to hide around doorways and stuff like that. It's actually really interesting if you can manage it. Okay, so we got that one done. Don't see her.
One drow warrior, clearly a superior, gives orders to the others in a makeshift war room.
Actually, I'm not used to playing this character. I've been playing everything else. You've never faced a highborn blade master before.
A voice curses in scornful tones nearby. The war leader is dead. The drow have surely lost one of their finest blade masters.
And you have everybody hide out of the way. Wait for her to pass by. Get the stuff. Thing is, I don't see her on the list or on the. Oh, she found us.
Priestess Vikara will claim no more lives in sacrifice. But she was not the last Drow priestess, and these were not the last innocents to be lost.
I don't think we can actually save more hostages from under her nose if she's already dead. But we're gonna go see. We're gonna do some optionals. Of course, once we complete the quest, we can't get any optionals for ransack or anything, so that's why you might want to be slow at killing her.
A spider of tremendous proportions descends from the ceiling. No doubt it came here along with the drow. The spider's eyes grow dim. The last of life fades from its hulking corpse.
Guild renown for the win. Stormlost, what are you doing? You silly kitten. We get our loot. Not really much of anything. So, we ran this on hard, and honestly it wasn't that difficult, other than the fact that, you know, we couldn't save the hostages. So I'm gonna rerun it on, I'm gonna run it on Epic, or on Elite. We'll see how it goes. Except we have to recall out and then come back in. So, whatever. I'm gonna ignore that. What are you doing, Stormlost? Stormlost, come here. Come on, kitten. Here's Stormlost. Oh, Stormlost. I was petting Skittish Kitty as well. Alright, let's go to the next quest.
The realm of Cormier is known by some as the Forest Kingdom. Others call it the Land of the Purple Dragon. 'Tis after an old tale of a black dragon so old his scales had washed plumb, whom Cormier vanquished with arrows, order, and cunning.
Hope everybody's had a decent Monday. That were a trap.
The Drow are linked to the Darkening, though just how remains clouded even to me. Still, ye cannot help but notice that where the Drow go in the forest, the Darkening follows. And when the Drow retreat, so too does the Darkening.
There's another one in here somewhere. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm here for a quest. Oh, behave yourselves. Stormlost, what are you doing? Stormlost and Scamper were playing. That's what was going on. Alright, I'm looking for the quests. Okay, this is the graveyard. That's what we're looking for. Graveyard is this way. Maybe not directly that way. I think we need to go around this bit of mountain and then go that way. I just watched Stormlost and Scamper play slap fight. They're just batting at each other. We're gonna do this next quest on Elite just to see what happens. That outfit's
The
pretty
abandoned
snazzy.
village is very quiet. Even the air is still. An unnatural chill hangs in the air. Something is very wrong here. A lone drow seems uninterested by your presence. He makes no move to attack you as you approach.
We'll attack him, though.
The drow have ravaged the village cemetery. It's a wonder if any graves have been left undisturbed.
Oh, if only I could turn undead. Oh, wait, I can turn undead! Ha 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 ha! Still want to focus on this guy because he'll just raise more dead.
The drow are pillaging this village for more than just supplies. You must not allow them to bolster their ranks.
Okay. Got the one down. Let's keep going to the next spot.
Trees have been uprooted in this area. The drow must have dug deep to find as many bodies as they could.
Okay, I want the incanter. Focus fire on the incanter! It's okay that they got Darling. We don't need her for any trapping on this particular quest.
The drow necrom, a dark incanter, has been eliminated. Crush the rest, and let the dead rest in peace.
We picked up a slime mold. Turn on dead. Yep, you can turn on the Grateful Dead. These are not the Grateful Dead, though.
The
These are
wealthiest villagers, both here and in Evening Star, are buried in this section of the graveyard. It's said that many knights are laid to rest here in their armor.
Yeah, these guys are kind of tough.
Another encounter has been defeated.
Ooh, boy.
Drow necromancers have been repelled. The dead can rest once more. Evening Star will want word of these ill tidings indeed.
Stormblast, what are you doing? Yay! Beat him up. Alright. Let's get out of here. I'm gonna turn in these two, and then remind myself where the other two are. Alright. There isn't a third one, actually. Ooh, the Hallowed might be interesting to have. Oh, it's only have Hallowed. It doesn't have Sacred on it, though. And it looks like I'm still able to turn as is anyhow, so that's fine. Alright, that's what I thought. There's 3 quests and then the last one. The Battle for Evening Star. Which you are welcome to play the music for the Battle of Evermore. For that. It'll be fine. It'll be okay. Alright, let's resummon the hires. Rude. This is what, there it is.
If you've seen Evening Star, you already know 'tis a place worth fighting for. I've known many of the good folk who tended shops and farms down the years. And I've seen many a brave soul come in search of adventure, though I believe ye have come farther than most.
Yeah, you haven't seen the way to get to Evening Star, because this is a whole different plane of reality. And you have to go through something called the Demon Web to get to her. Again, we're in the rivers that will indeed have a current. Bird is the word. Oh, here's another one.
I've seen many a threat fall before the will of those strong enough to face it. And I've seen many a new threat rise from the ashes of the old. Some call it a balance, a scale that tips back and forth. Pah! 'Tis more like weeds in a garden. They'll grow to choke all unless ye make an honest effort to keep them at bay.
This one's going to be spicy. This one is definitely going to be spicy. Okay.
This temple has not been used for worship since the goddess Mistra vanished years ago. Yet fresh footprints in the dust show that there have been many visitors. There are humans here, and a drow slaver controlling them. The cowardly slaver hides while his unfortunate minions fight you. If you can find and kill him, you may be able to free the slaves. They were examining a satchel before you interrupted. Maybe it has clues to Anna's whereabouts. This is Anna's backpack. She's definitely been through here. As you search through it, another drow slaver and his minions arrive.
Did you kill my companion? Good.
The drow were using those captured humans as living weapons, enforcing their obedience with magical collars. If you come across any more slaves, in order to free them, you would need to spot or listen for their hiding masters.
Alright, now let's see what we got here. Bell opening, strength check, concentration roll, disable device, repair, open lock, UMD, unskilled attempt. Now let's go take a look at my skills. I might have a UMD. I do have a UMD. My UMD is better than my strength. I mean, I actually do have a pile of bells of opening. But I want to see if I can get it with my UMD roll. Oh no. And they died. Welp. Let's see. Oh, they're following me. Okay, you.
You've begun to make a dent against the suffering the drow have caused. At least this one person will be able to start their life over again.
Okay, I'm gonna use bells until I get to 2 of them. Until I get the other 2 that are left. Oh, they're just chilling. Okay. The door's that way, guys. Go out that way.
There are muffled voices beyond the door. The drow slaver smirks.
You've made quick work of those pathetic slaves, but I have cages of...
Whatever this temple once was, the drow are now using it to corral their captives. People taken from Evening Star. The holding pins in this room look like recent drow additions.
Or at least I got some of them done. I'm gonna try to see if I can get a UMD check to pass on one of these. Ooh, 17 still failed? Well, why am I gonna try that again? But I'm also not gonna spend all my spells, but oops. Sorry, kitten cattin. Here. Come here. Yes, I'm lost. She's looking at my hand like, what? What do you want me to do with that?
A drow is ransacking through the scrolls here, searching for something. When he sees you, he says,
I can't allow you to interfere with my search. Even though the goddess Mystra is long gone, her scrolls are still protected from the ravages of time. They contain powerful magic. Observe! While House Avithor obsesses over capturing more slaves, I search for the thread of the weave in this Mystra temple. And even though I haven't found it yet, I have found plenty of scrolls to kill you with. The High Priestess has divined the thread of the weave to be something precious to Mystra. Is it a valuable gem? A powerful artifact? Once
Nope.
you're dead, I'll continue my search.
Alright, we gotta kill the ads. Because
When
every
I
time.
bring Lol the thread of the weave, she will consume it and become the new goddess of magic. And I will be made into the most powerful wizard in the realms.
I notice Rana's down.
Mystra was the goddess of magic. Some of her followers have the ability to use both arcane and divine magic. All spells I can use against you. Why won't you die? The secrets of this archive should be more than enough to crush you. Mistress followers were renowned for their magical might. These scrolls allow me to wield that same magic against you.
So this isn't just a slaver camp. The Drow are plundering this temple for Mistress secrets. They're looking for this thread of the weave.
Alright, we got a key that we're looking for. However, I would like to point out there's also way back here. There's an extra shrine. There's spiders on the other side of that wall. I think this will be the first time I didn't actually go through this other way. But I think I want to get the XP for it. Let Darling take care of the traps. And she fails to do so. Let's try that again. So the Feywild event, Cordovan did say it's going to be sometime this month. He did reveal that, yes, on Saturday during Extra Life. He didn't say when, but he said sometime this month. We don't know what the rewards are. Only that there's supposed to be something, something different between the winter/hardcore loots and the non-winter, the summer/non-hardcore loots. Okay, so basically, trap, fire, bad. So we're not going through that. Did we not get that one? Oh, it's just kind of sitting there. Okay. Alright, let's actually go and continue the quest. You know what? There's enough of them standing around here that I think I'll be able to get the 10 at least and get the XP for that. I had a stack of 86 of them just lying around, so 3 more. There's 1 here, so I need 2 more to get that tick. Alright, y'all, get out of here. And here's that shrine. It's also apparently something you can get to up there. Allegedly. But yeah, there's supposed to be like a hidden door here that lets you out. But you have to run the fire gauntlet to get to it. Okay, this is the spicy room. Oh, for God's sakes. Everybody get back here. Get back here. Get back here. Okay. Well, that was fun. Let's have Rana res him. Rana's got true res. Well, actually, Albereth has true res. I do not. Where's Albus? Not Albereth. Weird. Fine, then I'll res him. That was enjoyable. Okay. Everybody's here. Everybody's on passive. Now, what needs to happen is Darling needs to kill these. The problem is we've got archers on top. See if I can get Rana to res her. Well, looks like I'm blowing all my spell points resing people. That's fine. Thankfully, you can get spell wards from a very long distance away, which is very nice. Okay, so now we've got those done. Thing is, there's another spell ward up top. And there's a bunch of goons up there as well that I can't hit from here. So what I need to do is have Rana. Oops. No, or not. Let's see where the spell word is. There it is. Not Rana, darling. And I have perished. So, it's actually more fun to run this quest on, like, when I ran this on my Cold Druid, I would just drop spells on those guys from, you know, right under the ledge. It was amazing. But I can't really do that. Okay, now the question is, can I have Rana res me from over here? Part of the issue that I'm having is for some reason they're not wanting to do nothing. It's like you click on them and nothing happens. Even making them all oh, there we go. Get them on over here. Everybody over here. Okay. I'm gonna leave the Shield Guardian here. I definitely need Darling to be able to do her thing. Rana is like the champ right now. Everybody stay here. And she's trying her best. Rana is definitely trying her best. I'm gonna have Albus do mass heal so Rana can stop blowing her spell points on heals. Okay. Okay. What I need is I need just Darling to come with me. Everybody else, y'all just stay over there. Oh. See, the problem is that you gotta get these spell words down. Oof. Oof. Hard oof. This is how to solve the puzzle, though. Is how can I get those guys when I'm a melee character and I really need to nuke them with an AoE? You know what I might do? We're gonna do this. Ho ho, we were clever, weren't we?
The Drow have installed a complex series of gates to guarantee that their newly captured slaves cannot escape.
Now I can res Darling from here. I mean, she's blocked. Actually, just target her, not her soulstone, durr. Okay, now she can get these. Got XP for that. I think that just went live. He did. So I'll toss a wave in his chat, as one does. Back to the party. Alright. Come on, you can do this. I believe in you, darling. Get up here. Okay. Now, I don't actually remember how to do the puzzle. So, I do remember... I don't remember the puzzle. So, to the wiki we go. Oh, no. What's the name of this quest? The Lost Thread. Blah. Okay. The puzzle solution. Stormlost, what are you doing? To simply proceed and skip any options, you'll need to pull 1, 5, and 6. Hello. A thing just happened. Igneous for the year. Igneous, how you doing, my friend? Having a great week? Well, I'm having a great week. We kicked ass at Extra Life yesterday. I don't know why keep thinking Sunday, Saturday. But on Saturday, the Lotro and DDO stream teams and our associated community raised $30,000 for Extra Life. Mm-hmm. And I picked on Jerry because I can do that. So we did a good thing. I think this article has been updated since the last time I've seen this. Here, come here, Stormlost. I got you. Ow. Ow. This is Stormlost if you haven't seen her before. She's looking at the other kitty cats, though. She's looking down at Scamper and Skittish. She wants to play. Ow. She wants to bite my thumb. He's a butthead. Okay. The question is, do I want to do the optional? That's always a good question. Let's bring this map over here. Make it big so I can read it. Okay. It says open this one first. Okay. Supposed to be a hidden slaver in here somewhere. At least I got the other one okay, so I only need one more slave to get that next tick. Alright, and then it says lever 4, but lever 4 is in there. Okay, so we need to do lever 1 next. And lever 1 is this one. You stay here. You also stay out of trouble. 4. I get to save the war wizard this time. Heck yeah. Okay. And then we want to turn 4 back up. And then we want to go back here and hit number 3. Why am I running slow as hell? Oh, I got this on me, don't I? I am fatigued. Alright, hit number 3. Okay. Hit number 2. Well, hold on. Do this one. You locked him back in there. Okay, so there's nothing here. And then you hit number 2. And then you hit 5 and 6. We're gonna have Darling hit that one. Okay, so we got both of these open. We don't have that one open yet. So let's go back and hit lever number 1. Okay, lever number 1 does those two. Oops. So how do you open G? Oh, number 2 does D and G. Okay. Okay, I got it. I got it. So now that we've already opened... I thought we had opened that further one. I'm puzzled. Puzzled by the puzzle. I'm gonna park one of the hires here. We'll have Albus up here. Does it only work once? Okay, now I see that door is open over here. Am I right? Yeah, that door is open. So, I need to get D and F open. So, L3 opens F. Now it's locked again. Not this one, but the one in the distance. Okay, the one that opens F is L3. But L3, hmm. I'm annoyed with this. Totally annoyed with it. I want one more. Oh. You know what? At this point, it doesn't actually matter. Alright, it's target 6. Have her target 6 to open that door. We'll just move forward. I'm done with this. Come on, all you hooligans, let us go. Continue the quest. I also need a shrine pretty soon. Are we gonna get a shrine soon? Nope. Trying to think back to where there was a shrine. I think I actually do want to see if I can run all the way back to get that shrine. Except, no, we can't. Oh well, we're gonna just have to raw dog it, I suppose. Alright, what's going on in my chat? Yes. The emergency came up, had to take. Oh, how is she? Aw. Darling is a rat. She's a were-rat. And yes, the little green rat icon means that she can indeed turn into a rat. I have yet to find a practical use for that skill.
A drow voice echoes down from the chamber ahead.
Girl, what is the nature of your magic? What is Elminster's plan? Where is the thread of the weave? Speak!
Okay, we're gonna bring everybody up here. Alright. Rana, stay here. Yeah. Let's res you first. I'm actually, you know what I have? stack of true res scrolls. And I'm not afraid to use them. Except I think they're just scrolls of res. Yeah, the true res ones were more expensive. I mean, I do have res, but I also don't have any spell points. Well, I don't have many left, so... Let's have Darling do that voodoo that she do so well. Why is she having such trouble with these things? Maybe try this one first. Alright, everybody else stay up here. I'm gonna attack them from below. I keep saying Rana, I mean Darling, because Darling, you know, Rana's the good hireling. That was just kind of sad. She didn't even have to get in range of the spell ward to take care of them, but she just apparently doesn't know how. What else? Alright, everybody. Let's go beat up some bad guys in the mini boss fight. And we'll get to use
There's
the shard.
Anna, but you may be too late. Around her...
No more of your tricks. Now tell me, how did you cast that magic? That was no ordinary spell.
I don't know. It just happened.
No matter. You and your magic belong to me,
Yeah, I
slave.
can't.
Now use it to
Kill 'em
kill
all.
these intruders. No doubt they think I haven't noticed them skulking around.
Let's just get the bad guy.
No. What am I doing? I can't stop myself.
Oh, you know what would help? If I just put my weapon back on. It's one thing you can't do in DDO, or in Lotra anymore, is that you can't switch weapons mid-combat, but you can sure as hell can do it in DDO. Wasn't even paying attention.
Now that she's no longer forced to attack you, Anna looks both relieved and dismayed. She timidly asks you,
Please, get this collar off of me.
Anna's newfound power shatters the drow barrier with almost effortless ease. But the remaining drow in the temple aren't going to just let her leave. Unexplained magic or not, Anna will need your help to get out.
Everybody shrine, shrine. There are 3 kitties on that chair. No mama cat, scamper cat, It's on the armrest. And then skittish kitty. Okay. There's no way I'm gonna get 18 more slaves free. It's really difficult to get all the slaves free unless you got somebody with a strength skill. The other skills that they put there, you need to have really good DCs. You have to like roll nat 20s and shit. So that ain't happening. So you two guys are on your own. Sorry. Cause honestly, you know what? How many things do I have? 68. That was almost nice. You know, I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to get as many of you people out as possible. We're gonna try. So Anna is basically kind of like Sarah Oakhart in that she's an escort quest. But you gotta be careful with her because if she doesn't follow you, it's a pain in the ass to get her to follow you. Like, she's just standing there. Man, we only saved 2 of them? Really? Ay, ay, ay.
You've seen Torin? And Cornwall? I hope they're all right. Stupid Torin. If we hadn't listened to him, we'd never have come here. Never have been ambushed. And I'd never have known I had this magic inside me.
I'm gonna leave the hires back here.
This was once the grand cathedral of Mistress Temple,
Okay, they apparently
where
don't wanna
throngs of
follow.
worshippers sang praises of the goddess of magic. Now the goddess is gone, and her temple has slipped to ruin.
There's another slaver around. Because those guys are still showing as being actively active.
The drow gives a malicious laugh as he slams the door shut. Perhaps you can find a way around him. Though the goddess of magic vanished long ago, Mistress' altar here still remains. Odd. It looks like there's something strange about the wall behind the altar.
Sometimes they like to hide up here. Apparently not today. Oh, darling.
This appears to be a slave holding pit. The prisoners cry for you to release them.
Alright, got you. I think we may have killed too many of them for this. Wasn't there supposed to be a shrine somewhere? Do, 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 do.
It's brave of you to stay so close. This magic could misfire. It might kill you, like the drow who ambushed us. Do you think Elminster might help me control it?
Oh, sure.
I'll be sure to ask him, if we make it out of here.
Don't be so gloomy. One thing at least you don't have to worry about is you don't have to keep her alive. Anna will survive whatever shenanigans are going on. So there's that at least. Alright, darling, find something here. Things for her to take care of.
Turin thought we might find the thread of the weave here, whatever it is. All we found were more drow. If it were here, they'd have found it and left. I'm afraid they'll never leave. Not till all Kulmir's burned to the ground.
Hey, that one little thing got us 2 Vandal bonus. So I got a little extra XP for that. Everybody stay here. Stay out of trouble. Okay, this is just a shrine. This is a good room.
Another rest shrine. If we get separated, let's meet back here.
Well, I don't need to use a shrine right now.
Anna glows with magic and her injuries disappear. It doesn't look like any healing spell you've seen, but Anna's power is keeping her alive.
Yep, which we really, really love because that means that I don't have to worry and waste time healing her. Alright.
You know, I'm scared to go home now. With these powers, what if I hurt my friend? What if I kill Turin? And if I don't go home? I can fight. That's what I can do. I can master this magic. Elminster will help me, and I'll use it against the drow, because everything I hold dear will be dead and gone anyway, unless they're stopped.
Another drow magical barrier. Anna should be able to make quick work of it.
Okay, we have 5 left.
At the
I don't
back
think
of
I'm
the
gonna
ruined
get them.
banquet hall stands a strange creature, part drow and part spider. The monster doesn't seem the least bit disturbed by your arrival.
And I can't talk to them. This one would require somebody to be really, really fast to start talking to those guys and unlocking them before the fight begins.
A barrier appears in front of the Drider.
You've done some serious damage to my slave operation here,
He says.
Fortunately, I have plenty of slaves. What are the lives of a few more?
The furious Drider comes after you himself.
Puny grub, your very existence is an insult to Lope.
Anna thanks you once again.
Yay, we
I
did
can
it.
make it back to Evening Star now that you've taken care of the drow.
Of course you
I'll tell
can.
Elminster about my new abilities. I'm sure it can
Oh,
help me.
hey. I know I've already got one of those. I don't know if I got it with the Mythic +2 boost on it, though. Interesting. Alright. Next up is the Battle for Evening Star. Not to be confused with the Battle of Evermore. And of course, one thing I did forget to do is did not go back here and try to beat these up. Because sometimes if you do, that will get you your... Oh, hello. I forget what that lever actually does. Because sometimes you can get ransacked by running back there and whatever. But at least I got the 10% from Vandal. So that happened. Okay. Yes, I do wish to recall now. All the kitties have left the room. Alright, now we can just recall all the way out. Do 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 do. The pretty tressum on the roof. I've got tressums floating around. Right, how's our bags doing? Yeah, I thought they'd be fine, fine. Now we can do the battle for Evening Star. Go talk to Mr. Garwin, who's sticking a sword through himself. Can't do the battle for Evening Star unless you've done the other quests in the chain first. You can do the other ones in any order. They don't care, but that last one. Alright. Why do I have this here? I don't know. You're going to want to be able to turn undead, because there will be undead.
Dusk has long since faded into night, but there is still no sign of the drow. Tension grows as the villagers anxiously wait for the attack they know is coming. Anna gives you the fence collapses with a crash as a horde of drow
For the
swarm
horde!
into the village. The battle for Evening Star has begun. With the barricade breached, the only way to protect Evening Star is to destroy the drow forces before they have a chance to regroup. Secure the outlying areas of the village. Then the bright glow of the bonfire should discourage drow patrols from coming this way. This once prosperous neighborhood at the foot of the Temple of Amonator has turned to charred rubble by the drow's attack.
one of ours.
Catching up with some old acquaintances? You know, I ask the soldiers not to damage my specimens too much. I like them to be recognizable when I bring them back.
The temple neighborhood is now secure.
Get her. Yeah, she got it. She did not get that one. Oh, darling. Poor darling. To be fair, she's only level 18 and she's doing a quest at level 23. Albert can't do anything about it. So the fact that she's getting so many successes versus attempts is actually pretty good. Alright, got them all.
Very spirited. You will make a fine addition. I have a slave collar picked out just for you.
Do you now? Okay, they're not turnable because they're not undead. They're enslaved. I'm a dancing. I'm a river dancing.
The granary area is now secure.
I'm not gonna worry about freeing slaves because I don't have that many things left.
In the midst of battle, this side street seems to be strangely quiet.
Of course you know that means it's a trap. We don't want to go that way just yet. Come on, you. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Let's use the shrine.
This farmstead used to belong to one of Evening Star's oldest families. Now the Drow use it for their own dark purposes.
Loth has decreed that we take this sunlighted place, and I will see that we do.
Marlin's farmstead is now secure.
Finally.
You've secured most of the village from Drow patrols. Now it's time to find their field headquarters and destroy it.
I'm gonna beat these guys up. And then we'll do the final fight after we use the shrine. Everybody shrine, shrine, everybody shrine. Including me. I don't recall if we have any undead coming up, but why not? I don't think we do.
A huge,
Just
horrific
spooters.
creature looms in the distance. A mocking drow voice calls down from atop it.
Do you really think one insignificant village can stand against Loth's armies? She will take what she wants and leave nothing but corpses behind.
How do you even manage to stay on top of that? I want to know. Let's go over here and help Rana.
With their war leader slain and their field headquarters destroyed, the Drow's ability to strike Evening Star has been severely crippled. The village is safe for now. No Cormier will never be entirely safe, while Loth schemes against it.
Because Loth is a scheming little beast. Greetings from Winnipeg. Greetings to Winnipeg. Alright. Let's turn in our quest. I'm a rap, how you doing? Guild renowned it did. Let's see how my guild's doing. Yeah, got so much guild renown left to go. Alright. Quest reward. Chain reward, I should say. Okay. We already have one of those. We just picked that up. I already have one of those in the vault. Guess we're going for that. Alright, let's go sell things and go to... Let's go to the bank, shall we? After we go sell things to the vendors. I need to talk to you. Hi. It doesn't matter which one I pick. I'm just gonna pick one. Thank you for the follow, Capaneus. Is this game similar to Lotro? Not really. It's similar to Lotro's skirmishes, in that you go to a place, you go run the quest, and you complete the objectives, and then you're out. There are wildernesses that you can go to in many cases, and those are basically same as your overland, but there's no like continuous landscape like in Lotro. Because they're more about getting into the quest, doing a dungeon run, and getting the hell out of there more than anything else. Alright, where did that go? That goes in here. Why do I keep getting docents though? That's weird. Goes in there. Alright, bags is empty. So now, what quest do I want to do? Got about half an hour left. One of the big differences between Lotro and DDO is in Lotro, you just play one character from 1 to 150, or soon to be 160. In DDO, there is a thing called reincarnation, where you get to level cap, which currently is 34, or you get to level 20 if you want to do heroic, and you reincarnate your character. And depending on how you do it, you can basically restart your character from scratch. New class, new race, new gender, new everything except their name. With the true reincarnation, a full one, you can also change their alignment. Especially if you need to, change to a class that has a specific alignment. Like, for example, I'm playing a paladin. Paladins must be lawful good. There is no other option. And so if you're previously playing a character that was, I don't know, chaotic neutral, well, you need to be able to change that to something else. Alright. I'm actually going to do something very unusual. I'm going to take a few-minute break before we continue. I might actually run a little bit longer tonight to make up for that, but Amaref can also explain a lot about what DDO is like, but I need to take a real quick break, and I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. I feel so much better now. Sorry about that. Sometimes lunch decides to very much disagree with you. One thing I also noticed is I need to change up some of my BRB screens because a file was missing from that scene that I recreated. Okay, so we just did the 4 quests of the Battle for Evening Star. Think I'm probably gonna go. Yeah, let's go to Keep on the Borderlands. It's a good, quick run around, cause some trouble, stuff like that. Hi, Elminster. This character unfortunately does not have a swift teleport to the Gatekeeper's Grove, but we do have a swift teleport elsewhere that we can then use to immediately go to our guild airship. Or actually to wherever we want to go, which in this case was the Keep on the Borderlands. Alright. Catch up on chat. Is it similar to tabletop? As Amarov said, it's kind of. It's based on but it's, yeah. And yes, definitely create an account if you are a Lotro player. There is a pinned post on the forums and in both the Lotro and the DDO Discord. So it's pinned on both forums and in both the things where you can add a blank DDO subscription to an existing Lotro account, to a Standing Stone account that has Lotro already on it. You can then add a blank DDO subscription. And you can do the same if you already have a DDO account and you want to add Lotro to it. And then once you log in, get logged into a character, or at least into the loading screen, the character select, and put in that code in the in-game store, gather your party 2025. That will unlock several things that are important. Number 1, a shit ton of content, including some of the content I just played. It will unlock 32-point builds, which are huge. Every race can start with 32 points, except for Drow, because Drow are awesome. Even though they need their visuals overhauled. You will unlock the Favored Soul class, the Artificer class, both are really fun. And also the Warforged race, which is also really fun, especially if you play like a Warforged Artificer. It can just blow your way through the entire game. Also small game, so super friendly, helpful. But yeah, I mean, you still have, you know, some folks who are not so helpful and a little bit grumpy, but there's folks like Amroth who's definitely willing to help. Alright, we're just going to run around, keep on the Borderlands. We're just going to cause a little trouble. I don't know if we'll actually do any of the quests, but because we only have, what, 20 minutes or so, so I might just run the rares and see if I get any interesting loot out of them. We'll get the quest. The really funny thing is you can run the Kobold quest on like heroic, normal, or whatever, and get the charm that you need to do the optional in the Temple of Chaos. Because the thing that you get from the Kobold Elder Matron Lady, what's her face? If you do that specific optional, by killing the runner and then talking to her and making your roll. It's easy to do if you do it on heroic when you're an epic character. I'm just saying. They let you do it, so they don't care. I'm guessing. Okay. Have I done keep on this character? I think I might have. I have not done keep on this character. Alright, we're going to walk away for a few moments. And then we're going to run back and get the tick for the keep.
The keep on the Borderlands was built to protect this valley. Constant monster attacks have driven the valley's residents to take refuge behind the keep's
I'm not going to
walls.
bother with the other hirelings. It's just going to be me and Albert, or me and Albus. keep saying Albrecht because I'm so used to running with the max level Albrecht. We're gonna go here and we're gonna do the wilderness and get all 20 locations. Find out which rares are up and beat them up. Beat them up, beat them up, beat them up.
A massive oak, taller than any of the other trees, dominates this corner of the valley.
Yeah, but one of the things about DDO, the other big thing that separates DDO from not just LOTRO, but from many other MMOs, is just how freaking customizable your character is. Much like playing pen and paper tabletop. One of the things you want to be cautious about, though,
The road leading up
is
into the
in some
mountains
cases
has been
people will be
blocked
like,
by
well,
an
this
icy
build is
landslide.
trash, this build is viable.
The valley has been cut
If
off
you're
from
just
outside
starting
in.
out playing the game for the very first time, it's perfectly fine to play the game on normal and play a crappy ass build. Nobody cares. One thing you want to one thing I recommend is, unless you really, really, really want to know life DDO and really want to get into it, if you're just testing the waters, don't listen to the folks who are saying, well, you need to do XYZ build and you need to do this and you, because there's definitely a strong min-maxing
Monsters have built
contingent
a small
in the
camp
game.
atop this hill, giving them a
And
commanding
they
view
try to
of
get
the
people
valley
going
below.
as tough as possible, and I think a lot of people, you know, especially new folks who don't know how to play the game yet, get super discouraged because, you know, they're being told to do XYZ and it's not working because they don't have the many, many past lives from reincarnating 5 million times. And they don't know the game yet, so they need to learn, and they need to learn by taking their time, and not just rushing through there. Hey, qualify the token. I don't actually need any of the horses from this. I think I have them all. But you never know. Maybe they'll come out with another horse in the future.
The water wheel continues to turn at this mill, even though the owners have long since fled to the safety of the keep.
So yeah, my caution would always be take your time, play the game the way you want to play. Don't let people pressure you into playing in the way that you're not comfortable with playing.
Someone's plans for a nice quiet picnic on this island came to an unexpected end.
And it's okay to solo. I mean, you can run most quests on normal just by buying a hireling from the vendor. Like, I'm using a vendor hireling right now. I'm just running around and completing the quests on normal. And if you're feeling brave, you can go in on hard. And there's also elite, which is like the toughest.
Dense webs
And
cover the trees in this
every
dark
harder
and
difficulty
isolated gorge.
adds more danger to what you're doing. Adds more mobs, makes them tougher, you know, all kinds of fun stuff. Alright, where is the thing? Hello, little kitten. There's a kitten on my foot. Where's the... Oh, there it is. Missed the first time. Yoink. So, a quest that you do on normal is basically the same level. It's like a level 1 quest done on normal is a level 1 quest. A level 1 quest done on hard is a level 2 quest. A level 3 or level 1 quest done on elite is a level 3 quest. So, when you go jump, there's a little bit of a difficulty spike between hard and elite because it adds way tougher mobs and more mobs between hard and elite. So that's a thing to watch out for. And then beyond that, if you want even more difficulty, if you're familiar with LOTRO, you're probably
This
familiar
hunting
with the
lodge has been
difficulty
boarded
slider.
up and abandoned in the face of
And
ceaseless
I'm
monster
sorry to say,
attacks.
DDO did it first. They have something called Reaper mode, which is where you add... Reaper mode is kind of like, honestly, it's kind of like playing DDO, but with the additional spawns that happen on the legendary worlds, on the Veil of the Nine worlds in Lotro, Angmar and Mordor. They add these things called Reapers, that some of them are more friendly than others. None of them are friendly. Just saying. Alright, he's not there. And then you get specific rewards for playing in Reaper, and you get additional skills that you can use while in Reaper mode. After you get Reaper points from doing the content. So when you first start doing Reaper, you're gonna suck. The one thing about doing Reaper is, yes, you will get more XP for doing it. A lot of people will say, well, most people play the game on Reaper 1 for the XP boost. It's like, no, they don't. Like, what do you base that on? Just the people you talk to? Or actual metrics from Standing Stone, which they never give. I am definitely a you need to walk before you can run kind of person when it comes to gaming. I need to learn how to play the game first before... Oh yeah, and there's traps. The game does have traps. And you can yourself do traps if you pick the trapping skills. Disable device, open lock, search and spot from... You can only do it
With the keep under siege, the local
if
lizard
you
folk
are
have
an
grown bold.
artificer,
They've built a camp down by the water, right in
A
the
rogue.
center of the valley.
a dark hunter. Otherwise, you can get a few hirelings hither and yonder that can do trapping. Like, one of the ones that I have from an expansion. A couple of expansions ago, they offered a rogue hunter. Or a rogue hunter? A rogue
This was once a great
who
and
can do
impressive
traps.
tower, but it was reduced to rubble.
But
in
for the
a
most
battle
part, there
long
are
ago.
few far in between. So it's always... If you need a trapper of some kind, do it yourself. Always do it yourself. That way, you know for sure that it can get done. Because one of the downsides of have somebody else in your party. Now, you can run with a maximum of 6 people in the party, and that includes hirelings. So, normally I run with a pack of 5 hirelings. Now, pets don't count against your 6. So, like the Druid class can have a wolf pet. So can the Dark Hunter class. Well, the Dark Hunter's not a class, it's an archetype. So, an archetype is like a variant of an existing class. So Dark Hunter is a variant on the Ranger class. So it's like a Ranger, but with trapping.
You get an uneasy feeling as you approach this ancient altar.
I like melee classes with mobility if possible. Well, yeah, all the melee classes I guess have mobility. It's not like they're just going to stand there and soak up damage. In general terms, you're not going to want to be a committed healer or tank unless you're in the static group, for which that's your role. In most cases, many classes do have self-healing available. But if you're just running on normal, you can just run as whatever and just bring a healing higher with you. Like, I've got Albus Gladwin here. He's the Best level 20 healing higher, in my opinion. Hirelings have both passive abilities that they can just fire off whenever, but also active abilities that you can force them to trigger. Like, you see that bar over there. And over here, you can set them to aggressive, you can set them to passive, you can set them to defend you, so they won't take action until they're defending you. And then they have 5 abilities that you can then trigger on yourself. And then you can also teleport them to you with this, and then you can park them in place right there. All hirelings will have one of their 5 slots taken up with an interact sort of button, which is tell them to do something. Like, hirelings are very good for doing things like testing levers. If you want to open a lever and stand back.
A
Oh,
small
King's not
hermit's
home.
hut stands here, surrounded by well-tended beehives. The place looks like it's still inhabited, even though the Caves of Chaos are just over the hill.
On the other hand, you can also fill your party up with real people. What? Other players? Hell no. And the way a lot of people do, if you don't have a static group to
This
run with,
newly built statue
is we have a
gestures
very
menacingly
robust
at the keep down below.
LFM
The
panel.
cult of evil chaos
under the
has
O, which
made
is the
its
social
arrival
panel,
known to everyone
and
in the
it's
valley.
This is the default. This is grouping.
There's a small ring of mushrooms here.
Yay.
Is the fairy ring a natural phenomenon, or something created by the Fae?
Mm-hmm. And so people will post what quests they're doing or about to do.
A smashed wagon stands in the middle of the road, all that remains of an ambushed caravan.
And you can just join. You can join it, and you know, basically it sends a message to the leader saying, "Yeah, I wanna come play," and then they add you to the group, and then off you go. Unlike
A small fisherman's shack stands deserted
other
on the
games,
riverbank.
the LFM panel does not. Well, it's kind of like dungeon running in WoW, for example. You still need to know where the dungeon is and be at the entrance to play. There's no summoning to dungeons for the most part. There's a couple of little options, but nothing that really counts for first-time users. How big is the role-playing scene? In DDO, not very big at all. There are a few groups hither and yonder, but for the most part, there isn't much actual role-playing, like, you know, saying what your character is doing as you're going through quests and whatnot. That just doesn't happen. Because for one thing, I imagine it would be hard to actually role-play, because there isn't a DM telling you, you know, rolling dice for you. It's the game is rolling dice for you.
You find a grave here in the brush. It's been neglected for many years.
I might want to try something fun, actually. We're gonna try one of the other wildernesses that's got tougher mobs in it, just to see how badly I do. So I want to see. And here we're about to see a standing stone in joke. I must ask that you suspend your disbelief.
Enchanted stones stand in a ring. The weathered pillars look like they've been here for a very long time.
Yep, this is the Standing Stone Company logo that they put in the game. So, folks who do the anniversary in Lotro have seen it there too, because you can even get it as a housing decoration where the stones actually spin around.
Small, squalid cave entrances.
Okay, which one did
dot
I
the
miss?
ravine walls. These must be the Caves of Chaos.
The farm. I
where
haven't got to the farm
cultists
yet.
And their monster allies have made their base. A monster attack has reduced this farmstead to a smoking
Ooh, we are
ruin.
almost at, almost ready to, you can't see it, but we're almost ready to take our next level. I'm actually, I think, yeah, we're gonna have to. I'm gonna go back to the keep. And we're gonna go to Salt Marsh. It doesn't actually matter which one we use. I'm just thinking Salt Marsh would be fun. Or we can do Feywild. It doesn't really matter. Let's do Feywild because that one's a real quick. That one's gonna be a real quick run. Oh, stop that. Feywild. Oh, I have to do it this way, do I? Okay. It says portal to Eberron, but let's see what happens when I take a level 20 into a level 32 zone. You know, we're gonna do it without our boy. We're gonna try it without Albus.
Off we go. Into here. Here's some will want to meet you. A green worm for your library.
Of course, here's some is the star. Of the upcoming Fae event.
You spot a bent figure in the distance. The hag gives a surprised laugh, then scuttles off.
I think we're just gonna make the run to Wynwood Hall just to get it unlocked. Then we'll step back out and see what happens. See if we can get a couple of location ticks while we're here.
A carved fountain burbles
Yeah, that was
in
good
the
XP.
shade, adding a note of tranquility to the landscape.
Oof. This might get spicy, chat.
You spot a pattern in the wind-swept meadow. A living chessboard formed from the greenery itself. This soaring structure is Winwood Hall, the home of Lord Arden and the local center of the summer court.
Alright, we are like just a smidge away. So one more. I want to actually see if I can fight something though. I want to see if I can fight. Oh, I should actually reset it. Oh no, we're fine. Oh, no discovery deed? Oh, man. Fine. Where's the shrine that's over here somewhere? Not you. Yeah, that's the one over there.
It's not clear whether this
There we are,
structure was
ready
meant
to
be
level.
a shelter, a temple, or just a decorative addition to the view.
Alright, we're gonna try to hit this level 35 mob. I say level 20. I want to see how badly this goes. This will be funny. We're not doing half bad. Just me solo? I need to get these red caps down though. Nice. Hey, I even got a legendary fair crystal heavy crossbow. I can't use for another 9 levels, but yeah. So that's actually kind of interesting. Upcoming Death Ward nerf, yeah. Though I do kind of hate a lot of the conversations whenever the devs have to do something for balance reasons. Like, everybody's doing Inquisitive build, so they're nerfing Inquisitive. Oh no, my meta! I'm like, seriously? Seriously? You just want to be able to cheese the game without consequence? I don't think that's how this works. Usually switching between Druid and Warlock. I love playing Druid. You think, well, that's not surprising at all. Your name is Druid. But no, I don't. My main is generally Paladin in most games. If there's something that is like a Paladin, I like to play it. Let's see if the Singing Sword is up. It is not present. Rude. I honestly wasn't expecting to do anything against these guys. Because they're like level 32 and the rares are 35. Like, what the hell? And I'm deliberately not doing all this stuff. I'm just beating up on the rares. Catalog. Alrighty, well, you know where to find me. I should be back on Thursday. I have class to attend and streams to moderate tomorrow and Wednesday. And then Friday and Saturday I will not be streaming this week because I will be at Ranger Moot. Working for Professor Corey Olson at Sigdom University. Hi, Skittish Kitty. What are you doing, Skittish?
In the midst of the swamp stands a curious hedge. Though you search for some sort of legible inscription, you cannot find any sign of who built this. Oh,
You know, I'm actually gonna go find the Parliament of Owls because I always forget that one.
The birds look down from high up on the tree, watching you, weighing you,
Judging you. After the stream, I'm gonna go fix a few of my screens. My scenes and screens, because some of them... Oh man. There we go. Really? Fine. Ah. Oh, she's not home.
Water pours down from the falls overhead, enveloping the entire area in a cool, invigorating mist.
This is the one I always hate the most. It's like, ah. No!
Midway up the cliff, you find some food arranged in a semicircle. Is this an offering to some local water spirits? Or just the remains of somebody's picnic?
Probably somebody's picnic. Skittish. What are you doing, kitty cat? She's staring at something on the floor very intently. Bill Champagne had a heckin' lot of fun making the soundtrack to this for sure. Alright. Now, let's go talk to the Epic Fate Spinner. Should be back here somewhere. There she is, the Fate Spinner. Do not show me unavailables. I know, right? Bill basically did. He's always done a banger for every one of his soundtracks that he's ever done for the games. Both games. This one was definitely his Russian composer phase. Shostakovich, Stravinsky, Tchaikovsky. Kind of want to take power tack. I don't know why this build doesn't use power tack. I'm gonna go take a look at the build. In fact, let me pop up a new window. And this is one of Strimtom's older builds, so it's kind of difficult. Intro and landing page. And this build was actually created for the Fables of the Feywild, so that's helpful. The pros to this build: it's very easy to play, self-sufficient with amazing self-heals and buffs, very tanky, not reliant on spell points, doesn't require focusing on one spell power so you can use many different spells. It's really fun. Once fully geared, you'll be able to easily solo Reaper 4, allowing for good Reaper XP farming. Cons: it's not a strong DPS as to other two-handed characters. Can't effectively use spells that have DCs, limited using Tsunami and Greater Color Spray for crowd control, and gearing can be complicated. That's not the right build. That's something else. Two-hand fire. I'm in the Yannis. Here we go. Pure Paladin Dragonborn with hint fighting. He doesn't have a pros and cons, so ignore all the pros and cons that I just said. Let's see. Build uses a lot of Fate Singer. Overwhelming Critical was the one that he went with at level 21. Aha. There we go. Alright, so we're now level 21 on this character. Another 13 levels to go to cap. And I just realized and found out that I can probably just run the wilderness and just do Slayer deeds and whatnot. And turn in lower level heroic thingies. It'll be fine. Anyhow, it's been 3 hours. I am going to get the hell out of here. Gonna go pet the kitty cats as soon as I find them. Probably gonna get me a little snack. It's like, yes, I had issues with supper, but I think now that's gone, everything else is like, you probably should eat something else. So we're gonna go do that. Anyhows. It's kind of nice being able to farm legendary gear on a level 20 character. I'm like, what? That's not supposed to work that way. That definitely is something you can do in Lotra. You can't run quests or run wilderness. You can't run into areas where the mobs are that much higher than you are without getting your face smashed in. Okay, keeping that. Oh. Always keep thieves' tools for your thiefy characters. Alright, I'm out of here. Y'all be good. If you can't be good at it. And I will maybe talk to you on Thursday. Maybe. I don't know if I'll necessarily be playing the DDOs. Do you like to mix things up? I might be playing Legion Remix. I might be playing Lotra. I might be playing Dune Awakening. I have no idea. Alright. I'm outie. Bye.